Tonight on Newswatch 18, a severe weather system is making its way through central Iowa. We have the latest.
ISU's marching band has new uniforms for next season. We have the details.
And students camped outside of a new restaurant in Ames for free chicken wings for a year. All that and more tonight on Newswatch 18.
Live from Studio B, this is Newswatch 18 with Addison Speck, Chris Cuellar, and Aaron Bowers, Sports. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch. I'm Chris Cuellar.
And I'm Addison Speck. For those who were outside today, the 70-degree weather was on its way out. In fact, the National Service issued a tornado watch until 9 p.m. tonight for most of central Iowa, as well as several tornado warnings earlier this evening across the state. We are going to go right to Rachel to get more information.
We do still have that tornado watch for most of south central Iowa for now. There is a couple tornado warnings out there right now. They are in Madison, Polk, Union, Dallas, Clark, and Warren counties. Those are up till 7:15 p.m. And if we look at radar here, you can see those warnings are extending to the north and east as those storms push eastward. With this storm, it's a pretty dangerous one. There is not only the risk for tornadoes in those counties, but above that, you can see the severe thunderstorm warning above that. So we'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Thanks, Rachel. The marching band will have a new look when football starts up next fall at Jack Trice. For more, we send it to Jared Ransom.
Thank you, Addison. A process 4 years in the making is about to come to its fruition when the Iowa State Marching Band takes the field in September. Now, many different aspects were taken into consideration when putting together the final design, and the department is one step closer to releasing its product.
Uniforms overall, I think, are an improvement from what we used to have.
We're looking for the best design, the best uniform.
General consensus? It's about time. The Iowa State Marching Band, commonly known as the ISU CFVMB, will be getting a makeover starting in the fall in the form of new uniforms. The newest addition to the marching band, provided by Stanberry Uniforms, has been getting critiqued and analyzed through in-person observations or through the band's Facebook page for the past few weeks as the department is set to display its investment. Dr. Michael Galimo, Director of Bands at Iowa State and the Chair of the Music Department, knows that band members and alumni have been waiting for this day for quite a while.
Some of the alums have, they knew that this was coming, but it's a slow process. It's trying able to come up with the money, having the money in the bank before that we can make this purchase. When the athletic department decided to use a new logo, the I-State logo, and the colors changed just a little bit. The cardinal got a little darker. That's when we decided we needed to start looking at a new marching band uniform.
The process has not been without its issues. It's not as simple as just ordering exactly what you want.
In addition to the new uniforms, we needed to do new raincoats as well. And that was a little bit of a stumbling block because although they can custom dye the uniforms, the raincoats only come in a few select colors, and the reds did not match at all, so we had to come up with a plan B there.
Now, the new marching band uniforms are set to debut this September when Iowa State takes the field against UNI, and that'll mark year number 4 of the new I-State logo. Now, the alumni of the band are going to wonder why the change hasn't happened yet, but with a 350-member ensemble, the price tag for new uniforms is a bit high. But Dr. Galimo doesn't seem to mind.
That's the price you pay for being successful, I guess. So.
For ISU TV, I'm Jared Ransom.
Bidding process. So Stanberry Uniforms is one of several companies bidding for the rights to the new uniforms. But one thing can be said for sure, that the change in the entire department, they're very excited about making that change.
Sounds interesting. Thanks, Jared. A 22-year-old Ames man has been charged with insurance fraud after allegedly rolling his own truck and calling it stolen. Bryce Hibbing called Ames police on November 5th saying his truck had been stolen, and officers found it flipped on its side against an electric pole in southwest Ames. Hibbing reported he had been home all night, but blood samples and other evidence showed Hibbing was involved. He has now been charged with a serious misdemeanor, a felony for false reporting, and attempted insurance fraud. Hearings begin April 1st.
A Des Moines woman had her daughter removed by Iowa Department of Human Services after an investigation found that the 5-year-old had been living with farm animals. Leah Eckerman had her daughter sharing a 500-square-foot space with pigs, chickens, rabbits, dogs, and cats. The space obviously gave off strong odors, and while Des Moines PD and DHS were able to remove Eckerman's daughter from the home, they found that the property was not in violation of animal population laws. The young girl will stay with her grandparents until the state deems the house worthy of being moved back into.
Iowa State can now claim they have one of America's best graduate schools. According to U.S. News and World Report magazine, Iowa State ranks in the top 20 out of the entire country. Biological and agricultural engineering ranked the highest, placing 6th overall and 5th among public universities. You can see a complete list of what programs made the cut in the magazine's annual edition.
Newly elected GSB executives Dakota Hoban and Jared Knight are working to build an executive cabinet for the upcoming school year. The two put out an open application for positions on Iowa State's Student Council, including management directors, treasurers, and election commissioner. For more information on how to apply for these positions and what they entail, go for more information at www.gsb.iastate.edu.
Aaron, what's going on in the Cyclone sports world this week?
Well, Iowa State seniors tried out for Pro Day, was here at the campus here at Iowa State. We'll have all the details on that, as well as the update on March Madness starting again this Thursday. You're watching Newswatch 18.
America is turning over a new leaf, the Smart Way leaf. Smart Way from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is changing the way America drives. Look for the Smart Way leaf to help you identify environmentally friendlier cars and trucks. Smart Way certified cars and trucks are more fuel efficient, produce fewer greenhouse gases, and can save you money. And when you're helping the environment, it's a nice reflection on you. Smart Way, because it's time America turned over a new leaf. Follow the leaf. Go to www.epa.gov/smartway.
My name is Japal. 2 years ago, I received a kidney transplant. When I was 21 years old, I started dialysis, and for 7.5 years, I was a patient receiving treatments 3 times a week for 4 hours each session, and man, it was hard. After receiving my kidney transplant, I was able to find and marry the love of my life. My kidney transplant gave me my life back.
You have the power to donate life. Be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. To find out how, go today to iowadonorregistry.org.
Welcome back to Newswatch 18. The Iowa State track and field team will open their outdoor season with 2 meets in California. Female Cyclones Jordan Andreessen, Anna Halterman, and Jenny Dillon will compete in a 2-day heptathlon, which consists of 7 events, including the 100-meter hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200-meter run, long jump, javelin throw, and an 800-meter run. The heptathlon will begin Wednesday out in Berkeley, California. Iowa State senior guard Deontay Garrett has been selected to attend the Portsmouth Invitational in Portsmouth, Virginia. The Invitational is a chance for college seniors to showcase their talent for NBA scouts. Garrett was selected to the All-Big 12 second team this year and led the Big 12 with 6.1 assists per game. Garrett is one of 64 seniors attending the Invitational, which will be held April 6th through the 9th down in Portsmouth. And the NCAA tournament gets back underway this Thursday with the Sweet 16. Last weekend, arguably the most enjoyable weekend in sports, there were a number of upsets in this field, including 5 of the Sweet 16 teams being seeded 8 or higher. And if your bracket is as messed up as mine, these Cinderella stories become the most intriguing matchups of the weekend. The first game on tap will feature matchups in the West region between UConn and San Diego State. Tip time is scheduled for 7:15 Thursday evening, and you can catch that game on CBS. And although national focus is on basketball and March Madness, today marked the beginning of football season for your Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State held its annual Pro Day this morning, beginning in the weight room and then moving to the Bergstrom Indoor Practice Facility for the running and individual workouts. 8 seniors worked out for NFL scouts, including Austin Arnaud, Colin Franklin, David Sims, and Alexander Robinson. Spring practice begins this afternoon for players returning for next year's team. Spring ball will accumulate Saturday, April 16th with the spring game, which kicks off at 2 o'clock. And now back to Addison at the desk.
Well, we'll take a look at our severe weather outbreak, first one of the season, when we come back to Newswatch 18. Stay tuned.
prueba de ratón, la salud la protege. Hazlo verde, verde, verde.
El vivir verde es asegurarse que el aire en su hogar es saludable para su familia. Asegúrese de hacer una prueba de radón en su hogar. Es fácil. Para saber más, llame al 866-528-3187. Proteja la salud y el bienestar de su familia. Haga la prueba de radón en su hogar. Eso es vivir de manera saludable y verde.
La prueba de ratón, la salud la protege. Hazlo verde, verde, verde.
La prueba de radón es fácil. Solo llame al 866-528-3187.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
Well, we'll give you the latest on these severe storms that we're seeing right now. There is this line of storms off to the south and east or west of Ames here. These red boxes are tornado warnings. Those are in effect for Madison, Adair, parts of Union County as well. And there is a couple preliminary reports of tornadoes off of these storms in Creston, just north of Creston. And there's also not only the risk for tornadoes with these storms, but there's also ping pong ball-sized hail with these, and there's strong winds behind this line of storms too, in excess of 60 miles an hour. And with these storms, we'll keep an eye on these as the night goes on. Once these move through, we're going to remain pretty quiet for the rest of the week. And if we go back to our extended forecast here, I know there's very exciting weather happening right now, but we do have the rest of the week to talk about. For now, we're going to be in the 50s for most of tonight. We're going to drop back down to the upper 30s by 6 a.m. We're going to hold on to that rain for just a few hours, and it'll push out of here by morning. But currently we're sitting at 57 degrees. We are seeing some thunderstorms move into our area. Those winds are out of southeast at 15 to 20 miles an hour, picking up as those storms move closer to us. And you can see that there's mostly storms throughout most of the state here, and mostly to the south and west of Ames. That's where the biggest storms are headed. We are still in a tornado watch until 9 p.m. tonight. Some severe storms are possible up in our area as those storms start to push north and east. 37 degrees for tonight, and winds are going to turn to out of the west as that system pushes through. And tomorrow we are going to keep that slight chance of rain, at least for the morning. We're going to rain mostly cloudy, and we're going to drop temperatures quite a bit, only 46 degrees for tomorrow. Winds are out of the northwest. And looking at your week ahead, we are going to see a bit of a return to winter. So unfortunately, if you're holding on to that summer feeling like we saw earlier this week, not going to happen. Back to you guys.
What would you do for 1 year of free Buffalo Wild Wings? Well, for some Ames residents, that meant standing outside for over 24 hours yesterday. ISU TV's Josh Larson spoke with some of them as they waited and even camped in line.
Basically, I'm here for the free wings, you know? Free wings. 6 wings every week. I calculated out, that's around $400. They're basically handing $400 out to 100 people. That's like 40 grand. They're just handing it out for free, you know?
So trying to get some wings for the morning. Free wings for a year sounds good. We usually go every Thursday. We're doing great. We got all night.
I'm running the all night, the overnight. Just going to be playing games, giving out prizes, t-shirts, that kind of thing. 100 people get wings for a year, which is 6 free wings every week for a year.
Draw 3, play another village.
What is Munchkin?
We're the cool kids.
Yeah, we're the nerdy cool kids.
My feet are
random. Okay. Pretty amazing. We want free wings.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh, we're gonna get free wings for a year.
I'll go out and start doing checks to make sure people have their stickers. I'll do kind of a head count to make sure there's 100 people aren't leaving for long periods of time, that kind of thing.
We plan on coming here every Wednesday, you know, making it a routine. Should be pretty fun.
They've been talking about building one here for years.
Thursday.